Okay.
Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
How's everyone doing this evening? Yo, you guys froze again. I wonder.
Good.
I have a bad connection this evening because you guys just froze again. Hey, everybody out there, please do us a favor. Like us, share us, leave us a comment, and subscribe, please. We need to hear from you. So listen, if you recall, we were on JPRG radio on
Tuesday,
April 5th, and we were supposed to be on there for 30 minutes, and we ended up being on there for 2 solid hours. We had an awesome time. So you know what? I'm gonna let the ladies just tell you a little bit about their experience on the radio show. Hey, who wants to go first? Just jump in.
You know, let me do it this time. I am still elated and I'm still excited over, just having that experience. I had one of our mutual friends was trying to get us to go, I don't know if you know her too, Vonnie, but she was trying to get us to go skydiving, right? She was like, oh, you need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to, you don't want to be boring, this and that. And I'm like, I'll step out of my comfort zone, but not skydive. And I've zip lined, Anyway, long story short, this was me stepping out of my comfort zone big time. Big time. So I'm proud of myself. How about that, ladies?
Hey, Vonnie, Vonnie, I didn't even know that Wendy was feeling that uncomfortable because she was just flowing. I mean,
she was flowing.
Yeah, the
but she would whisper, but wait, she would whisper over to me. I'm just a little nervous, but this is fun. This is good. This is good. Yeah, I think we all were flowing. It was excellent. Our host, he just asked the right questions and we flowed along with it. We carried it and people loved it. All the people I had that watched it, they were like, when are you doing it again? I want to, you got to do it again. Everybody loved it.
Well, Jonathan is inviting us back, and we want to just thank our wonderful host, Jonathan Young.
Yes,
he is.
Yeah, he made it easy. He made it easy for us to be out.
Made it very easy for us.
Jonathan is the owner of JPRG Radio, and he is one of the DJs. He DJs a set where he plays jazz, and he also DJs a set where he plays gospel. So, guys, please go ahead. It's on the internet. Great music. Check him out. JRPJradio.com. Jonathan Young is your host. So, ladies, good that we all enjoyed ourselves. He's inviting us back. And we won't tell you what the topic of conversation will be next time, folks. But you know what? It's going to be a real interesting one, especially for the ladies that are over 50 and still dating.
Yes, yes.
It's going to be a real intriguing conversation. So, ladies, let's get into it tonight. Let's talk about men. We talk about men all the time, right? Well, that's what it's about. It's about men for us because we are still in the dating pool. And I was this conversation is compliments of Miss Yvonne Barker. She sent me some information on men, and it said men have 4 appetites, and they are sexual, physical, emotional, and visual, and they all make sense once you really start talking about them.
Could you say all 4 of them again because you froze?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, we froze.
Visual, sexual, emotional, and physical. Those are the 4 appetites. So, Ms. Barker, I'm going to let you get started on talking about those, the insatiable appetite of men.
Well, I loved it because the person speaking about it was a woman. She got the advice from her father. Okay?
Her
grandfather. And her grandfather told her that, having a man is really easy. He has 4 appetites. You just have to feed those 4 appetites. And, the visual one is that you're the woman that he cares about. You're the woman that he wants in his life. Keep yourself together. And we always say this, ladies. We always say, keep yourself together. Not just for yourself. When you go out, you want to be the center of attention. And when you go out with your man wants you to be the center of attention. So don't give up on being sexy. Keep your sexy going. All
So
right.
Bonnie, what we'll do then, since you spoke on visual, and that really is important. And I guess also, ladies, people start to think when they get older, you may gain a little bit of weight. But you know what? If you do gain weight, as long as you keep yourself looking good, if you have a difficult time losing weight, because you want to, like Bonnie said, be appealing to your man. If you are going to be the woman that he's going to be with for the rest of his life, he wants to be able to look at you and still get excited.
Yes.
So Bonnie, you are spot on. So Wendy,
Yeah.
you select one of those appetizers and tell me what you think.
Which one I think is, you froze up for a minute.
Oh no, which one is near and dear to you? Emotional, physical, sexual, or what was the other one? That's it. Emotional, physical, visual. Sorry.
Mhm.
Visual.
Well, with me, or you want me to say what I think is most important for men, or me?
Well, no, just select one of those and tell us what you think about that as it relates to being that for your man.
Okay. Well, I think emotional is very important, but they're probably all equally important. If grandfather said it, hey, that's where the wisdom and all of the
Anything.
tips, come
But
from.
what she said about
It's
emotional was this, Wendy, so to give you a little bit of lead in.
Elders, right? Important.
So she said that what the young lady said, her grandfather said, men just want to be appreciated, understood, and heard. So what do you think about? What do you think about that? Would you be a good
This is the emotional part, right?
Yes, this is the emotional part.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate them, because I mean the world is so it's a difficult place, a harsh place for Black men. We all know what's going on in America right now, right? With Black Lives Matter and police brutality, the whole thing that they have to deal with. So we're back to being the peace at home, right? So we want to listen to them. We want to comfort them and support them, and we don't want to fight with them when they get home if we don't.
No, and you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing that her grandfather said all this to her, and you just said one key word: be his peace when he gets home. Men, especially African American Black men, get beat up in the world.
Yes.
So when they come home, they just want to be able to relax. What did Jonathan say? He wants somebody to rub his feet. Was that what it said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody else might want their head rubbed or their
Exactly.
shoulders rubbed, or you know what I mean.
But this was her grandfather, and he had such phenomenal insight to the things that are being talked about today. I just thought that was real interesting. So guys, I'm going
that particular, the emotional part, it might go for men at any age. I might even say that might go for men at any age.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would agree. I would definitely, because sometimes she said that her grandfather said, you don't even have to talk, just sit and listen. Just listen. And and that is so, sometimes people just need to get things off of their shoulder, get things out of their head, out into open air. So you know what I mean? Just to let it go, release. So those just some things we got to always think about, I guess, even as you're dating beyond 50. Oh, it's too scientific, girls. Too scientific. So I'm going to just touch on the sexual one. So for me, she said, and this is so, especially if you have a family, she said her grandfather said, if you have kids, you guys do things together in the house. You put the kids down to bed. You both take a shower, take a bath. You know what I'm saying? And you lay back and you hold and you caress each other. Try to do this at the same time, so that you can have. I see we got company over there.
Bonnie, I got some feedback. I'm sorry, Chris. I did get some feedback that said you have never introduced this baby child.
I'm sorry, everybody. This is my Blueberry. All right. My Situ Blueberry. She is 5 months old and she loves attention and she wants to get into the act. So everybody, Blueberry, thank you. Yeah.
All right, Blueberry, you're too young. Go to bed.
Okay.
So getting back to the sexual part, so she said, her grandfather said that's real important. And then what it is, and I hate to, I know some of you women are probably gonna be like, ladies, even if you're not in the mood, sometimes you just have to let the mood be in you and do something, that your man needs you for you to do. If he needs that comfort, that caressing, that whatever, and you don't feel like it because maybe you're tired, pretend. Pretend.
If you don't
won't
want
know-
him straying,
listen,
if you don't want him straying,
he won't know the difference. Take my word, he won't know the difference because we pretend about a lot of things and they don't know the difference. But anyway, so that's real important. The whole sexual part of the relationship is real important, especially for men. Let me ask you a question, ladies. Do you think as you get older, do you think women are still more still have a large sexual appetite, or do you think men have a large sexual appetite as they cross over the 50 line? What do you think, Bonnie?
I think women. I think definitely women. I think men get into a little bit of a slump, you know, for whatever reason. I don't know. I can't say why, but I think they do. So I think women still have, you know, we feel like we hit our point at 50. We're still rolling at 60. 70, you think you want to slow down? But I'm here to tell you, ain't no slowing down. Still feeling 50 and 60 at 70. This is the new generation. Okay. It's not your mama and your grandmother's 60, 70, 50. All right.
I know, right? Where they were sleeping in different beds already.
Yes, exactly. Different rooms.
So what do you
That's
think?
okay. That's okay. I
No,
agree.
After I got after you sent me the topic, after you gave me the topic, I said, okay, let me look up and see what I can find on it. So here's what I'm finding on men and their libido, okay? Over 50. So what's happening is it's not so much the age that's making them have a weaker, some men, we should say, some men, okay, have a weaker libido. It's not so much the age as it is their health, mental, and physical health. You know, the diabetes, the high.
Oh, guys, you froze. You're frozen. You froze for a second there, Wendy. You're still frozen. And I'm probably frozen on the other side. All right, guys, hopefully we will be unfrozen in a few minutes. I hope so.
I see you. Oh, now you're back, Chris.
Okay, we froze for a minute there.
Okay.
So Wendy, you were saying?
I said it's not so much the age that causes the libido to lessen or weaken. It's more so the ailment, the health problems.
So, but you think maybe
and the medication that treats it too.
But so do you think women have a larger sexual appetite after 50 or men?
Now it does. Menopause, of course, affects women. So some of them will lessen their libido drive. Yeah, I guess it because of hot flashes, not being able to sleep. I hate to say this, guys, but vaginal dryness. Yeah, you have a lot to look forward to, young ladies.
You do. Anybody young?
Oh, you know what? I'm not. I don't know. I think it depends on the person.
Yes,
I can't
totally
really say
agree.
one or the other, because sometimes if you haven't been in a relationship for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, your sexual drive truly does start to diminish. I believe that. I truly do. So I think it really is where you are in life, who you are, what you're doing, and how long it's. Because remember, when we were looking at those statistics, when we were on the radio show with Jonathan, and the statistics said that the average person over 50, male or female, let me get this right, couldn't remember the last time they were on a date, that it had been that long. That's the recent research. I want to look back because I want to read what it actually said.
Yeah, those were good statistics.
That's what you said.
It said research reveals that more than 37% of singles over 50 are unable to recall the last time that they went out on a date, and additional research shows that 29% haven't been on one in the last 5 years. So your sexual appetite outside of having extracurricular activities, if you know what I mean, can start to diminish. I believe that. So that's why I say I can't say it's male or female. It can be either or. But you have to be able to, if you are in a marriage, one person can't be so far hyped up and the other person, in a whole nother space. You got to kind of be together, or like I said, if you're not, somebody better be pretending.
Well, you know, there is
And marriage together.
there is, you know, all different levels of intimacy and everything like that. But you know, yeah, if your partner's got a high sex drive, then you're gonna have to
Step up to the
try
plate.
to keep up with
Yes.
you gotta do your best
You know
to
what?
try to keep up with it.
One of the things I think is women who still work out and are out and are active, right? You don't even have to have a date or whatever, but you are active. You're going out, you're keeping yourself up anyway. I believe that those women do still have a good sex drive. Okay, because you're out there and you're caring about yourself, you're seeing other people, and not like, I don't mean like dating, I mean just seeing people
Right.
out and about, and you want to be those people. You want to have that outfit on, you want to look that way, and you want to go to the gym. I believe that people in that sense, men and women, tend to still feel more sexy and want more
Okay.
sex, you know.
That could definitely possibly be true for sure, because we know that men and women over 50 today, you know, are in the gym. They take care of their bodies. I mean, you know, not every woman, but there are a lot of women and men who still believe in, you know, fitness and well-being and looking good, and not for someone else necessarily, might just be for themselves, but it's a plus when it's for your mate, because your mate will definitely appreciate it. So ladies,
Yes.
the last appetite is, and we can all touch on this one,
Yes.
is physical. And what she meant by physical, she broke it down, was a man wants to come home to a warm or a hot meal, because if he's the one holding everything down, he wants to be able to come home after a hard day's work, sit back, relax, and enjoy a meal. So if you can't cook, you know what? You can order a meal, order his
Take
favorite
it.
dish. Do something. So let me ask you, ladies, because you know today we have a lot of women. Oh, I'm not cooking. That's not what I'm going to do. He wants to cook. He cook for himself. You know, we got these these boss ladies, these boss chicks who don't do that anymore. So what do you guys think about that? Is that something that's still, you know, this was an elderly, her grandfather said this. So he had some insight, because she said she watched how her grandmother and grandfather related to each other, and everything that her grandfather said to her, she could emulate from seeing their relationship. So what do you think about that whole cooking thing?
I am one of those who really don't like to cook. I can. So I'm not really that one. When you first meet me, you're gonna get that home cooked meal. Unless it sparks. You know, if I feel you right away, you know, then I do want to show off my skills. But if I'm just dating, to be honest with you, I'm really not that person that's going to invite you to my house for dinner. We probably going to go out a few times.
Well, so if he were to ask you, Bonnie, after maybe a month of dating or whatever, and he would ask you, would you prepare your favorite dish?
Yeah, and he wouldn't even have to ask me if after maybe 2-3 weeks of going out, then I kind of know I like you. I would offer you a meal, because then I want to show off. You know, I want to let you know, yeah, I can cook, I can do it.
Okay.
You know?
So what do you think, Wendy?
Well, this was her grandfather, so you know that that was even more important, you know.
Back then.
Yeah, that was probably grandmother's main job. Maybe she didn't have another job other than keeping the house together and cooking, right?
Right, that's true.
But you know, even now, ladies, we still gotta eat now, okay? Everybody
That's
wants
true.
to, you know, eat. So either you gotta go out, which that can be expensive, and I don't know, it's a little bit disappointing sometimes. I don't know about y'all, but I guess because I can cook, you know what I mean? So
Right.
it might be a little bit less satisfying when I go out sometimes. But I do like to go out for dinner. Yes, that's, you know, special, not so much every day type of thing. But yeah, I have no problem cooking. To me, I look at it that day-to-day cooking is more like what needs to, you know, getting a meal on the table so that, you know, we can sustain ourselves.
Right.
Weekend cooking is more fun with the music, and we can do that together, hopefully.
Yes. And you know what? I guess you have to really feel comfortable in the relationship that you're in and understand that those are, and it's just like knowing your mate's love language. It's the same
Mhm.
thing. You know that your husband or your significant other, if you're living together, is working, taking care of all the bills. You have to just stop and say to yourself, if I have this kind of man in my life and he's doing all of these things, and the least I could do if I can't cook is learn how to cook. And if I don't want to learn how to cook, at least buy a meal and pretend that I cooked it sometimes. Put it in the dishes in the cabinet and take them
Yeah.
out, take it out.
Maybe you learn how to cook his favorite or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, you have, and that's the hard, that's the hard part today, because we have so many women, that are career women, that their career is so important to them. Their career is to them is just as important as their mate's career. So it's like, okay, we're both out every single day doing something, working. So maybe we, many women will say, I'm not going to come home and cook. But you know what? You have maybe get to a point where you switch off. You both
Yeah.
work, you switch
Yeah,
off.
you can share. Yeah, you can share.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, Wendy, on the weekend, that's when you make it fun. You know what I mean? Come up with a
Mhm.
fun dish and, get you some wine or whatever your
New
favorite.
recipe, wine, music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make it fun. So then during the week, you got that to think back on, and it's not a big deal when you're putting together that little dish for your mate. So
Yeah.
I think that to me was so spot on for her grandfather to share that with her. And I think that, she'll be a better person for that. And I think that we will as well, because it's so funny that, him being of that age, because I'm thinking he was at least, over 75. So let's say 70, between 75 and 80, to have that kind of insight, about life at that time, So that I just thought that was
The more things change, the more things change, the more they stay the same. How's it go?
Yes, yes,
that
that's
is
it.
true.
That's
That
it.
is
Yeah.
that is so true.
And what is old is new, and what is new is old.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. So for those that are just joining us, men have 4 appetites: physical, sexual, emotional, and I keep forgetting one.
Visual. Did you say
Visual.
Visual.
Uh-huh.
And visual is a real important one, because I am telling you guys, no man wants to come home to his wife in a bathrobe with a bonnet on her
No.
head.
Oh,
and a
no.
house
Right.
on. It's not that you have to be in full-fledged makeup, but come on. You know what?
Be cute.
Be cute. Yeah, I like that. But whatever cute is for you. And cute might be a bonnet and house slippers and a bathrobe, but
It might not be for him though.
it might not be cute for
work
him,
for him
though.
too.
Yeah, you got to think more of your man, because I do believe that if you do all those things, men won't. It has to be a very odd individual that strays at that point. If you're doing all of those things and really taking care of what you need to take care of at home, I don't think the average man will stray. I really don't. He'll probably be so enthralled. He'll, be sitting there with his mouth hanging open because he can't believe it.
Yeah, and that part of that is keeping things fresh, keeping the sex life, playfulness and everything, keeping it fresh and not not so predictable, which is true.
Right.
Right.
Do not get stuck in a rut. Do not get stuck in a rut with your man. Don't get so comfortable with
I like
him that you feel that you can just let yourself down, the bonnet and the this and the that, look at those girls that go outside
granny panties.
that bonnet and them things.
Wendy, you said the granny panties.
No granny panties.
No, girl. I stopped wearing granny panties when I was a teenager.
Right, and you don't have to put thongs on because they're not that popular. But you need to look cute.
I did have special granny panties for that certain occasion, but other than that, no.
But we talking about over 50. That occasion don't come
around. Right.
Yeah. Long gone. Yes.
True, Bonnie.
So we can definitely put our Victoria's Secrets on and wear them proudly. Okay.
And you know what? You bring me to a point I was going to make about the sex thing before we moved on. Just real quick about women over 50. This is what I found. So because women over 50 are usually empty nesters, they say, they're less worried about getting pregnant.
Okay,
Yes.
So they're
Okay.
more sexual.
right.
Yeah.
You know, you were so concerned about getting pregnant, you know, in those earlier years. Right?
Hey guys, you know what? That goes right. That goes along with that topic that we're going to be discussing on our next visit to JPRG Radio. You know, because women at that age aren't concerned about getting pregnant. So, you know, the pool of men, the age group can vary.
Throw
Yeah.
caution to the wind, baby.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, ladies, it has been, as always, a wonderful time. And
A
we hope
pleasure.
everyone out there, you know, we hope you're enjoying these conversations about dating after 50, because, you know, we know there's a lot of women out there just like us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave us a comment. And you know what? Look for us again. We will be back on JPRG Radio. Hey, ladies, you have any parting words?
I hope everybody has a great week.
Yes,
Thanks for
please have a
listening.
great week and make sure you look for us. All right.
Hey
On
guys, I
YouTube.
forgot. Today is Palm Sunday. So happy Palm Sunday to everyone
Oh,
as
yes.
well.
That's
Ladies,
right. Yes.
yes. Happy Palm Sunday. So ladies, don't go anywhere. We will be back together in a second, okay?